to our fifth.
We don't know when you're releasing this.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome to the podcast. Still unnamed. Had a couple suggestions. Still unnamed. We haven't officially.
What are the suggestions?
Pressing matters. 528.
Yeah. Something else.
Like it's a good double meaning. Like
This is gonna be fine.
That's perfectly
Pick it
fine.
up.
Let's hope I don't miss this again. Welcome to the podcast. We have a special guest today. Two special guests today. Actually, he's been on already. But this is my business partner and wife and
love of your life.
Love of my life, Miss Lauren Barnett.
Hello.
Round of applause. This is Benny. He's been on before.
This is my son.
Yeah. We have not dropped that episode
Oh.
yet, so never mind. So, first time. Okay, so we're just going to be interviewing Lauren and kind of finding out more about her life / CrossFit journey, fitness journey. So I'm going to kick it off, and this is something we just ask everybody. So,
Okay.
So up to this point is just like...
And I haven't listened to the podcast because I'm a terrible friend and
Hey,
and
Ty
wife.
Jenkins.
Yeah.
You're a real one. Just give us a background on your athletic career. You don't even have to include CrossFit if you don't want to. And just talk about from when you started growing up to college to everything.
Okay. Should I look at you or the camera?
We're just talking.
I would like to look at you then.
Yeah.
I grew up, I was the second of 4 siblings, older brother, but really I was watching what my older cousins were doing. And so the oldest cousin played volleyball, and so then her sister is also older than me. And shout out Amanda and Sarah. And so then we would play volleyball like in their parents' bedroom, and we'd like put on little uniforms and play volleyball together. And so I always liked volleyball, but then, was in soccer, loved soccer, played soccer for many years. And then in high school, middle school, high school, it was kind of, you have to make that decision between soccer and volleyball. They're in the same season. I played volleyball in high school, loved it, played club volleyball. Went on to play college volleyball.
Excelled.
At the Division III level at Pacific Lutheran University. And my dad high jumped at WSU. So then I did track in high school and thought I'd do high jump, and that was fun. And I turned out to be pretty good at it.
Excelled.
And
even more.
Go into depth.
I was convinced by the track coach. I didn't want to do track in college. I just thought it'd be a lot, 2 sports at the collegiate level. And I was convinced to do track, and I did high jump, and it was a blast. And I got to go to nationals 3 times because COVID / an ACL tear. And so high jump.
3-time All-American.
Yes, and I was able to podium all 3 times, which top 8, you're automatically an All-American for track and field. And I think that's my biggest athletic journey is just volleyball and track, and then it's just ripped from right underneath you when you graduate college. Immediately done with athletics. I just play volleyball for fun now and work out because it makes my body feel good.
You ever go out and jump when you see a pit?
No, I don't high jump, but me and Cody should go to Olympia's all-comers meets. Yeah.
Oh.
The whole gym should.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
Is it kids go?
Anyone can go.
Anyone can go.
For like $1.
At Olympia High School.
Is it the end of the season?
Yeah, it starts like June. Yeah, you look that up.
That's nice.
Was that a good answer?
Yeah, great. So you kind of dabbled in CrossFit a little bit, but you had from college till like this summer. What have you done since then? Peloton and stuff like that.
Yeah, so in college, both sports, we are lucky enough to have strength and conditioning coach and a program to follow.
Really quickly, June 5th, June 12th, June 19th, and June 26th are all the all-comers meets.
We're definitely going to come.
First event starts at 6 p.m.
Fridays?
Sure, I don't know.
I think it is Friday nights or
Yeah.
something.
I believe it's a $10 entry for up to 4 events.
It's a fundraiser for Olympia High School
Yeah.
cross country and track.
Yeah,
field.
and I coach there, so please support.
And
So yeah, and then maybe
GA.
you'll get to see us high jump.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Anyways, yeah, we did strength and conditioning in college, and so I learned a lot about those movements. And I don't know, I always did lifting to get stronger for the sport, and I know it's like good for you. Cody's done CrossFit since I started dating him when he was 16. Yeah. I was 17.
The first gift you ever got?
Yes, the first gift I ever gave him was, he didn't even know it was a thing. I got him Rich Froning's book. And then I also got him an iTunes gift card to buy Rich Froning's movie. Because I couldn't find you couldn't buy it like any other way.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways.
They've got the gist if they've watched all these the Rich Froning session.
Yeah. So as far as fitness, I like running. I like being outside. Don't love it. I got into doing like the Peloton bike because of where I work. I was able to work out on a Peloton, and Cody's was always nagging me about like doing strength.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But when you don't have, like when you're cold in your garage, you don't want to go out there and lift. Mm-hmm. And when you're out of the routine, it's easier to just do what you know. And I love doing the Peloton. So anyways, not a lot of strength work besides like dumbbells and stuff. And the occasional garage workout before we started our gym.
Once, because obviously we started a CrossFit gym, and at that point it was kind of, you had to start doing CrossFit truly.
Yeah, I kind of remember when we were doing this, we're like, Lauren, you gotta do CrossFit.
Yeah. Can you remember your first workout, like truly at the gym, first workout?
Well, I kind of want to say why I never had done CrossFit before.
Yeah.
One reason was because it's just a lot to take in.
It is.
If you've never done it, especially watching you do it, it looks so exhausting.
It is.
And it is. Yeah, it's just one of those things where if you're looking at it from far away, it's scary, but then when you get in close, it wasn't scary. And I also didn't know like the benefits of joining a gym. Because obviously everyone knows it's a more expensive to join a CrossFit gym than like anywhere else. And so it's hard to take that like, oh, I'm just going to join an expensive gym without even knowing if I'm going to like it. So that kind of was like holding me back. But now like I'm all about it. Anyways, the first workout I did?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well,
I know we did the family.
I'm thinking
I'm
the first workout. Okay, the first workout I ever remember doing
with you
was in Cody's parents' playroom where he had like his home gym. And Cody and I, like, fun fact, don't work out together because
less than Cody, 5 times in our life.
It's no one's fault. He's just more of an independent working out type of guy. He likes to do his own thing. I mean, besides Skylar.
It's true.
Anyways, that's never been an issue. But we did a CrossFit partner workout together in his parents' playroom. And the only thing I remember is that while the other person was working, you had to do a wall sit.
No, it was a hang.
There's both. Wall sit was involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember any other movements.
I remember you had to do a hang. So it was like, well, I think it might have been a 2-parter because it was like,
I think it was
like a DT type where it's like deadlifts, hang cleans, whatever, and then while the other person, and then the other person's hanging.
Yeah, that was also like high stakes because I was making Cody hurt from not being good at not being
like
quick,
making him wall sit for too long. Yeah.
But
was that when was that?
I don't know.
High school, college?
No, it was after college.
Okay, because I remember when I first started.
It was
in your parents' playroom. I remember you guys doing a workout together that had devil's press in it, with those the dumbbells that could adjust. And I was like, I never want to do those.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We'll just say we were in our 20s and it was before we were married. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the sports question because if you were a stranger, we would have asked this, but
Okay.
we know the answers. So I'm gonna ask you anyways. In volleyball, what position did you play?
I was an outside hitter, and so you're hitting on the left side of the net.
Okay.
What? I'm just explaining.
Never
Okay.
heard
Is
of
that?
but
Yeah.
Keep going.
Left
keep
pin.
You
going.
call him a
Left-
pin hitter.
Left pin.
If you're on the
I've
right
never
or
heard
left.
that.
Yep,
That's
pin
cool.
hitters. And yeah. You
And how
play
tall
all
are
the
you?
way around, ideally. I'm 5'10" and a half, 5'11" with shoes.
Tall one.
Yeah.
And high jumping, what'd you get?
Shoot.
What was your high school
Five.
PR and your
Okay, I know
college?
my high school PR was 5'6", and then this is so
Frazier.
embarrassing. I know it was at least 5'7" in college, but I think it was 5'7" and a quarter because it's
Yeah, I
meters.
think it was quarter.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in meters, so it converts weird. So I think it was 5'7" and a quarter. Don't know what it is in meters, and I should.
Like
1
150-ish.
No, like
6,
1'7" or
or
1'6'5",
171.
1'7". Yeah, 1'7" sounds right.
To all of our
We
international viewers.
We can fact check that in our fact check portion, right?
Yeah.
But we don't.
Sponsored by
yeah.
Benny.
Yeah.
Okay, so when this whole gym thing was coming about,
I hope they can't hear me
You don't-
swallowing this.
probably not.
Oh, great.
You don't have to go in depth like why we started it and all that, but like what were you thinking? Like a gym, interesting.
Yeah.
Like you knew CrossFit obviously, and all that, and none of us knew business side.
Right.
Like, well,
Not to the
really how
extent
in
we
depth,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what were your like a couple really exciting things?
Yeah.
And like things like, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And just that stuff.
That's
Also-
a giant question.
Yeah.
A little bit to it for you guys. Skylar and I have had so many big ideas in our life.
True.
We wanted to be professional bobsled.
They trained.
Still
We
possible.
literally trained. It is still possible. We trained for that.
This is,
a lot of
I'm
CrossFit stuff.
gonna out them. This is the
we-
third podcast.
This is the
they've
third
done.
podcast.
Wait.
Unpublished, the other
What was
two.
this?
Like the crazy stories one.
100
John,
Bad Days.
yeah.
That was a good one.
That's right.
Yeah, we've had other podcasts. We've had a bunch of big
They
ideas.
were head coaches of 8-man football team.
Right.
That's true. But like none of them have. Well, besides. So yeah, hey, sorry we had to cut storage issues. What I was getting at is, and he asked like what your thoughts were on the gym and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we had a lot of big dreams, so I'm sure, or maybe it wasn't, but did you have that initial like, oh gosh, here's another one of those, like, what are we doing?
No, first of all. Yeah, this could be a long answer because there was a lot that went into making this decision. A lot personally. I think like if I'm answering the question about you and Skylar, like me and you had a lot of conversations about the gym and your career, and I had been listening to a podcast from a couple who owns their own business and very like are pro being self-employed, and so like starting my own business, our own business, like it always was intriguing to me, but I didn't know if it would ever happen. And after a lot of prayer and like listening to what God was trying to say to us, there was significant doors shut and definitely doors opening for the gym, and then doors shutting for like Cody was doing firefighting and that wasn't going to work out. And again, super emotional. A lot went into these conversations. I'm not going to like share, but when we talked about starting the gym, it kind of was always the thought of it being with Skylar. It was never really going to be just me and you. It was always like we were talking about this and we had to make this decision together, obviously, but the piece of having Skylar involved was kind of always in the picture just because CrossFit was something they always had done together. Not always, but as of late, like the last 5 years had done together. And what? And
Read that.
Is it not for me?
No, it's a surprise for the podcast.
Oh, okay. Anyways, to wrap that question up, I still have a different full-time job. So for us three to be doing it together just made sense. And I wanted to be involved, but I knew that they knew the most about CrossFit. So I was more on the business side. So yeah, I guess the crazy dreams thing, it didn't seem that crazy to me compared to some of the other dreams you guys have had. Compared to being an Olympic bobsledder.
Still possible. We're going to go after it.
Yeah, I definitely have learned that.
30.
Yeah, I could say a lot of things. Like Cody and I, we both know that in our relationship, our personalities, he is the goal setter, the dreamer, has a lot of ideas, and I am so much more logical, so much more black and white, and not a risk taker, even though I would like to be. I can't confidently say, and even though if other people think I'm a risk taker, like the way that I live my life is probably.
Sorry for that, folks. Skylar's phone has 0 storage. So.
Oh, Benny.
We're back at it.
Don't knock over the camera. Good boy.
Okay. You were talking about risk taking.
Yeah, I was talking about risk taking, and just that's not who I am. So, but it's just, yeah, a lot goes into this. It's just, I feel like this is what we're supposed to be doing is the gym, and to take a look behind the curtain, like in our vows, Cody said, like, I will always push you to follow your dreams. And I said something about like, you are the dreamer, something about that. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Have that memorized?
Don't have that memorized.
Unbelievable.
But to sum up that little spiel,
Yeah, makes sense.
definitely a risk. But what I've learned is, I think what I was going with is that once you just like make a decision, decide, and the classic "don't give up, just keep going" doesn't feel good all the time, but you just keep taking the next step and doing what's right in front of you. And then now it's been like almost 7 months, and we've just kept moving forward, and we're not like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like we've peaked, but we just kept at it, and yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I feel like it's gone pretty fast. Like 7 months. Yeah, it's fun by. So for those who don't know, Lauren in college, she mentioned she got her, well, it would have either way. She got 3 All-Americans. One of, well, sorry. She got 3 All-Americans, and part of the reason she didn't get a 4th is one, COVID, but the other partial reason is she tore her ACL. How do you think tearing your ACL and having to come back from that and going into volleyball that next season, going into track and all that, how do you think that shaped you as an athlete, as a human, just for
Real
life?
quick, like when I'm coaching Lauren, I never remember. Like you
I-
don't seem like you tore your ACL. It's a while ago, but like
Yeah.
I forget about that all the time.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely, like I said, I'm kind of a black and white logical person. So I'm pretty good about like trusting the process. And I think if I have all the facts, like I'm doing my PT 3 times a week or whatever, I'm getting the surgery, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that helps me to trust myself. And it definitely, I think like high jump was really scary because I tore my left ACL, and that's the leg you jump off of. Oh, Cody is not listening to me.
We're gonna put this in the podcast.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But what did you ask? Like affects my life and mindset,
probably athletics.
Yeah. I think it just build my trust more, in that if you are being diligent about taking care of your body or just putting in the work, like you're going to see the right results. And if you don't put in the work, you're going to have that lack of trust and confidence. So yeah, I don't think about it either anymore. I played volleyball after I tore my ACL. It hurt. It was sore, but yeah, just keeping at the rehab and trusting the people who know more than you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So as a CrossFit athlete, like, you're not full time, obviously. So give us a quick give us a quick day in the life, like an average day
Okay.
of
My
all that.
life.
Yeah. And how it's built around CrossFit.
Okay.
And
And
the
relating
business,
it back.
yeah.
So today's Monday. Today I don't work on Mondays I'm a nanny, and I've done that since we got married, so 3.5 years now. So I work Tuesday through Friday full time. Mondays we always have a meeting, us three, to talk about the week ahead, a couple weeks ahead, things going on with the business, the gym. And today podcast. Monday, I usually work out in the evenings because I don't have to wake up early. Like I was working on a bunch of troubleshooting with Sugar Wad today.
Shout out.
Sent out emails. Sometimes Mondays are more heavy with work, sometimes they're lighter. I always do my groceries on Monday, laundry, all those things. Tuesday through Friday, unless I have to go to work earlier than normal, I go to the 6 a.m. CrossFit class, which it sucks waking up, never feels good. I hate it, but then I love when I'm there, and I love the feeling afterwards, and I've loved staying consistent. And I also have the ability to work my business job a little bit while I'm nannying, because there's boys that go to preschool and I'm with a little baby, and so when she naps, sometimes I'm able to do some work on the side.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays we always have CrossFit class. Yeah, weekends Cody and I try to take a break on Saturday, get back to work on Sunday. And yeah, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. So when you get to more of a athlete role, probably take step backs in other aspects of your life.
Once she gets a sponsor.
Yeah.
I don't have any aspirations to be a CrossFit athlete. I
But
have
if someone wants to
aspirations
sponsor,
to be
just
stronger.
to be a RX athlete.
That's fair. Yeah.
You
If
know?
Nike wants to sponsor
there we
me,
Yeah.
we can do a shoe. We can work
I mean,
something
sometimes
out.
you want to work with the average athlete,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
You don't
Which
always
not
wanna-
me. Like
You're
just talking
not.
about
No,
other
I'm just talking
average.
about other.
Yeah.
You're superior. Speaking of superior athletes, I feel like before, obviously, you got into CrossFit working out, you were into the CrossFit Games because I
True.
was so obsessed with
True.
it. Who's your favorite
Oh gosh.
athlete, male and then
CrossFit
female?
athlete? Wow.
I know
That's a
you're
hard question.
just watching.
I don't know all of
Brooke
them,
Wells.
so let me just preface that I don't know all of them, but I do know a lot.
You're
because
pretty well versed.
You know
Yeah.
more than the average.
Male and female?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Can I guess?
I didn't prepare. No, because I don't have an answer. Oh, I like Haley Adams because
We love you, Haley, and we know you're watching. So.
she's a stud because she started.
I DM'd you.
She
by the way.
started. A lot of people now start super young, but she was one of the first that I know.
Yeah.
Like went to the games at 17 or started training for adult.
Yeah.
Which is insane. The amount of commitment. I just can't understand the mental strength it takes for someone that young to dedicate themselves to just like the physicality discipline of CrossFit and the nutrition discipline.
If you go listen to our last podcast with Ty Jenkins, he was very young as well.
I will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Haley Adams. I don't know a lot about her, but yeah, she's fun to watch. She's more of a conditioned athlete, so it's been fun watching her get stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yeah. Yeah. She's good at running.
Yeah.
She's getting better at strength. Anyways,
Guy?
male. I'm just trying to think of who I've enjoyed watching.
Patty.
Yeah, there's not really anyone I dislike, so.
True. Never mind.
Hot take.
Patty, we know you're watching.
I mean, you obviously like Rich.
Yeah.
My boy.
For sure. We got to meet Rich.
Yeah.
We did.
At Rogue.
Yeah, at the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah. Met a lot of people, by the way. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
sorry. I don't really have a favorite
That's
male.
fine. That's okay. Is there, and you might not have an answer, and that's okay. We definitely would. Is there an event that you like? What's your favorite CrossFit Games event you've ever witnessed?
That's so funny because you guys would be able to like name them, and I'm gonna be like, the one with the one that like comes to mind that is like just one I remember, and it doesn't really have anything to. Okay, that sounds bad, Dave Castro. It does have things to do with CrossFit, but it was when they had to do the parallel bars.
Oh yeah.
That was interesting.
And double unders.
I don't know.
When Roman broke his foot.
I don't know. It was the one where they were.
Was it recent?
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago.
Like Pat killed it.
Oh,
yes.
that was.
Yeah.
That was the squat clean.
That was Elizabeth elevated.
Yeah.
Ariel Lowen won it for the women, and Pat.
I also love the one where I guess I like watching gymnastics and stuff. I don't know. The one when Mal O'Brien like crushed the wall walks at the games, and she's also a young athlete. That was really cool. But I don't know.
Go watch.
They're fun to watch.
Rich Froning and his team had a crazy comeback. They're behind, and then on the last, because it was like, was it 4-4, something like 7 rounds of 4-4, and they were behind, and the team had already started their thrusters, and Rich and his team came and went unbroken.
Just kidding.
Yep.
I'll ask you that when I interview you.
No, I'm not going to answer.
I had another thought. One thing Cody. Oh, he's upset now. Okay. One thing Cody references a lot is Matt Frazier like prowling like a lion. What was that one?
Tiger. That's mine.
It's in the documentary.
Tiger. Yeah. But what event? Don't be on your phone.
You lost me.
It's a max clean. Yeah. It's Frazier and Panchik in 2018, 19.
That one is cool.
Yeah, because they were the top 10.
He dominates.
Yeah.
When called upon.
That dude chills.
Is still maxed down.
Sammy's Tiger reference.
Yeah, she's like, when they're at the zoo and they're looking around. Yeah.
Glory.
I can't insert that clip because we can't screen record it.
Oh.
We can find a way.
Yeah. Next question.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah. For the Open.
Yeah.
Or just CrossFit in general. What we obviously had that little clip of the video, but like what's your favorite movement type and least favorite? What are you hoping for in the Open?
I think because
Dave's watching and he's going to specifically for you.
I would be floored if there were no burpees in all 3 workouts. That would be crazy. Don't you think? Has that happened before?
He's changing his programming.
Has that happened before, you think?
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
Yeah. Burpees are just something that, because there's not a lot of technicality to it, technical skills, I feel comfortable doing them, and they suck, but like just something you can grind through. So I would say burpees. I'm not looking forward to them, but I know like, okay, Lauren, just push through them. Like that's something. Whereas like a snatch,
you can do it or you can't. Sometimes.
I can't. Yeah, it's like I can't push myself because I'm just focusing on the technical piece so much, and I can't whip them out. So burpees, and like I've gotten better at double unders.
Yeah.
To where they're not as frustrating. So I feel like ready to do those.
It still sometimes depends on the day.
I think knowing what Open workouts have been in the past, I'm not looking forward to doing pull-ups or toes to bar because I can't do those very fast.
Yeah.
Where it's something as you get better, like ideally you can do big sets, and I can't. But yeah.
It's hard to remember you're only 7 months into CrossFit because you have picked everything up so quick, but there's still like just skill things and technique, like you said.
And a lot of reps to like dial it in.
Yeah. You got anything creative or not creative?
We've asked everyone we've interviewed this so far. And I'll try not to bore you with my question. Which is, so obviously Matt, Tia, and Rich had dominant careers, like very, very dominant careers. And the NFL.
Ty Jenkins. I realized
Ty Jenkins. Yeah, that's true. He went, Anyways, the NFL tries to set it up so that there isn't dominant dynasties. like the Chiefs
Oh,
would
yeah,
have
yeah,
been
yeah.
the first three.
I actually listened to a podcast on this recently. How they split up things
Yeah.
to make it not dominate.
So, what do you think CrossFit could or should do to
Oh.
stop that? And for reference, Ty said something about like programming for the person that's dominating.
Like program James
Against
Sprague's
them?
weaknesses.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
But
So
he
that-
also said there's nothing you can do to stop Tia.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And then I
think
thought,
I have an idea, but
okay,
tell
go
me
ahead.
yours.
No, go ahead.
Well, can I hear yours after I say mine?
Yeah, sure.
My first thought was to make it you have to be on a team, and it's the same thing where you have to draft. Like, if you get first, then you're drafted. Like something where the teams are never like the same year to year, or something where it's always even. Yeah, but that's
So how's
Like an all male team, or
yeah, males against males, I guess, and females against females. I don't know. It's not a great answer, but I was just trying to think about the NFL.
So like the best player would be with the worst.
Yeah.
Player. Best athlete and the worst. Okay.
Because it just might not be as fun to watch, but it would be more even. I don't think they should do that, but that's just my creativity.
Yeah.
I said that there should be an extra event that is not scored, that based on at the very beginning, based on where you rank coming in, basically, and knowing that Matt Frazier has won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
This is his 5th. He has to run a marathon all the way down to 40th coming in, has to run a mile.
Whoa.
And that way it makes
Not
it so.
scored, but they're just extra tired.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good question, but I do think the people who've been at the top, they train better and
Yeah,
harder,
that's
and
true.
they deserve to be where they're at.
It's true.
And there's been close races, wasn't there? Like
No,
Matt's had a close year.
no,
Yeah.
almost beat.
Rich had a
Rich.
really close year.
Tia's first year was close. Other than that.
Yeah. And they'll retire eventually and open it up for
Yeah, I feel like on the
closer
men's
competition.
side right now it's pretty. There's like 5 guys.
Yeah.
Wide
but
open.
There's no.
Yeah, it's wide open. Yeah, Tia is there's just people who are special, and she's special just like Matt and Rich. But think about the thousands of people who do CrossFit. Like,
Yeah.
there's besides those 3, there's a lot more special athletes, but we only talk about those 3 because of their dominance, which is like that's such a tiny percentage.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's an interesting question.
Anything else?
No.
I don't think so. You want to say
You wear
anything about
notable
Benny?
shoes? Anything to say about that?
I got them on eBay. Because CrossFitters wear them and they look cool. But I like them, so highly recommend. Though I have noticed, I think I was watching something. It was like another gym was like, "What do you like about CrossFit?" And someone said, "You get to buy new shoes every month." And I have noticed like they feel like they're wearing out already. But yeah, noble,
eBay.
great shoes. Yeah, that's true.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming on. Sorry to bore you with my story time. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Don't really have anything for you guys.
Sign up for the open.
Sign up for the open and put CrossFit 528 FIVE 28 as your gym. That'd be awesome. Love it.